Start of the year, there's already trouble stacked on top of more trouble. If you know anything about a mongoose, you know nothing is ever safe from it.
Mongoose came out from down the line, straight through, up the fence.
Chickens are no match for this formidable predator. A mongoose is not afraid to chase a snake up a tree or kill it instantly. This week we're slaughtering tame and calm cows that are used to being handled.
Waiting patiently and just praying that the mongoose comes out at exactly the same time as he did yesterday. If he does, we meet.
I've been waking up to broken eaten eggs on a daily. Chickens, eggs, etc. Not safe, and it leaves evidence of broken eggshells behind. What's been happening is regularly I've been waking up to eggshells and no culprit at first. What came to mind is one of the dogs, but now on closer inspection, to my surprise, the egg thief came out of nowhere. My initial impulsive reaction was to get the exact time, because one thing is for sure.
It has an established routine, so it's not gonna miss the time, like yesterday.
And I'm patiently waiting for him. Because at 20 past is gonna be there. If he does, because I left him some fat intestines from the sheep yesterday. And whilst he's eating, I'll take him out.
Sitting down with my 177 ready.
Now it's 1:30 and the mongoose is no show. And as I was looking at the Egyptian geese and putting a stock on the Egyptian geese, the mongoose was out. And it came out directly at the same direction that I thought it would be, so I sat down.
That didn't go as planned, but hopefully it's on the weekend, so I'm gonna have enough time to set up and wait for him again for the next 2 days.
It came in a bit late as I was getting up to leave, thinking it's not coming. Boom, it caught sight of me. But one thing is for sure, its days are numbered regardless. But now let's go back home to Pedi, where I crossed the Great Fish River to attend a homecoming ceremony that a young man had went through initiation school and came back as a man. On arrival, we had to bring the cows home. I normally see if there's gonna be trouble as soon as we start heading the cattle. Then and there, you know it's gonna be one hell of a long day. But with these, they only showed signs of being tame, as they allowed us to handle them and prepare them humanely. We shared the delicacies, parts that are juicy and easily roasted that involve the ribs. They have great fat to meat distribution. But sadly, it's now time for me to go back to the Windy City.
If you know anything about the month of January, you know one thing, it's gonna be long and it calls for filling up the freezer.
With January in full swing, it's gonna be a very long month, and then it calls for
Fill up the freezer, but how are we gonna fill up the freezer? The only solution is this.
that being said, I can now enjoy some sheep liver because I'm feeling like sheep liver and roasted backstrap.
One thing is for sure, Dorper sheep have great fat to meat distribution. Regardless, I'd never leave this breed.
On the first day, problems arose. Dogs were restless the whole night, only to find out the female is in heat. So I had to decide to separate the pack, and if not, a bunch of puppies would be coming my way. That's where the problem starts, as I do not need puppies or want puppies at the moment. But why am I allowing him to mate? Well, this one has been castrated, meaning that he won't be able to produce sperm to impregnate the female, even after successfully tying up. Only to my surprise, he gave me a run for my money. When I tried taking him away from the female, he went psycho and showed me that his testosterone was on high. But I was able to successfully drop him off. Exactly right after that, a problem arose. These two goat twins, and twins, as you know it, they never grow to being in full large stud like goats. It's only necessary to castrate them and
In a perfect world, you'd wanna have them all have their testicles and breed, but it's a matter of selection and
leave the stud passing on better genetics. The wound spray is to repel off any flies or infections should the badizo or castrating tool make little cuts in the skin, preventing all forms of infection.